Good afternoon, everybody. Guess where I'm at? You can tell from the balloon, we are at Twin City Used Car Sales. They are in Gadsden, Alabama. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Television, radio and podcast talk show. You can find us on television, Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on the newscasters.com. You can also find us on the biggest station, radio station in South Carolina, WZLA Radio, 92.9 on the dial. We're so proud to be part of that team as well. And we are also in Alabama, but kind of between Guntersville and Huntsville. And that is a wonderful station there as well, channel 182, and that's on Charter Communications, part of the Spectrum Network. Continue sending email. I love hearing from you. Donna at donnasedge.com. Donna at donnasedge.com. Again, thank you so much for being with us every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 o'clock, and that's on the Eastern time zone. We definitely appreciate you being with us. Well, I've got my hubby with me right now. His name is Philip. Everybody knows Philip more than they know me. He's like the whole reason we have Donna's Edge. He's a techie guy. No, he's a techie guy. Believe me, I could not do it without him. He does all of the introduction. He does the intro, the outro. He puts those little, I don't know how you do it, but somehow he puts the commercials in there so you can see all of our sponsors as well. And he makes it happen. So I don't bother him when he's on the computer. He's doing stuff like that. So I let him have his piece.
What's she saying? I can only do one thing at a time.
Yeah, I was trying to be really nice. So one thing at a time. You know how it is with dudes. Dudes can do one thing at a time, whereas as women are doing like 50 things at a time. But I will say this about somebody who does it all, one thing at a time. Usually it's much more thorough. I gotta hand you that.
You have to pay attention, because I get in a hurry and I'll mess myself up and start over or back up and do something different. So it works my way.
Let's talk customer service.
Okay.
This
is something you don't hear about today.
Don't you? Okay. It's so easy to talk about customer service here at Bobby Woodfitter's Twin City Used Car Sales. Again, in Gadsden, Alabama, but really his outreach is all over the country because you know what? People love Southern cars.
Well, and when I purchased 2 vehicles from Bobby, didn't have a problem with the car. We just drove it pretty well. But I had a little hiccup in the truck, and he said, bring it back. So I did. I brought it back, and he gave me a vehicle, another truck, as a matter of fact, because we had already moved to South Carolina. And he put it, got his guys working on it, and then next time we were down here, we swapped back on. But he took care of it, and that's unusual because normally on a used car, you buy it, it's yours. Nothing, they're not going to do anything.
They won't take it back. They won't fix repairs. They'll say sold as is, and they mean it when they say that.
Correct.
So if you drive it off the lot, there's a problem. But not here. And it's not just us he's taking care of. It's other customers I'm hearing about. And that's why he's getting repeat business, because he was in Fort Payne, remember that, for a long time. And all those Fort Payne people are coming here to Gadsden.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm also hearing a whole lot of people talk about the Southern cars. And now, why in the world would a Northerner, you guys who watch the show, why would a Northerner want a Southern car?
Well, a Northern car is up where there's snow and ice. And to treat the snow and ice, they use chemicals. And that chemicals get up on the bottom of the car, in the floor and everything, and it rusts them out eventually. So in the South, we don't have enough to put that in motion.
And y'all make
Good
fun
thing.
of us, I know. But
And that's okay.
We get ice.
We do have ice, and we do have snow, but not like the people up north do. So the cars here, you don't have to worry about the rust eating through or anything like that. It's just a good car. And we've had people. We had one of Donna's clients in Maine, and he's a pastor. And he said, I need to find where he's at because everything up here is rusting out. So we need Southern cars. And that's used to be before they started going north, it would be maybe bypass Alabama and go to Florida. But Florida has sea salt as well. So that can rust the bottom.
Yeah, that's because of the hurricanes that come through and all those, and the sea salt from the ocean.
It
and
is.
all of those things. So we don't have it here.
That's right. And the sea salt around the Gulf Coast gets up on the roads, it gets up on the vehicles. But wherever there's snow and ice, it's treated by salt and things like that. So that's the reason for the Southern cars.
And another thing I like, Bobby gets trade-ins, and most of the trade-ins come from right here, so you know they haven't been like sitting in salt or whatever in the ocean or close to the ocean, or from you folks up north. So that's just another trade-off that we get for having Bobby.
Absolutely. That's and that's what it is. He's sold people cars back when he was in North Payne and wherever, and now the kids maybe he sold some to the daddy, then the daddy had kids. Now the kids has got kids. Now the grandkids has got kids. So that repeat business is what anybody that is looking to be successful wants. Bobby has that. People come from all over. We'll just say all over the country to get a car from Bobby Ledbetter.
And don't tell him I said this, but he probably doesn't read my advertising because word of mouth is the best advertising you can have. Better than me. I'm just telling you. I can talk about you and I can tell all your good traits, which is a good thing. I don't come out here to sell you cars. I come out here to talk about Bobby as his character and as a human being.
Right. He is. He cares about his customers. He cares about his people that work here. And that's I've worked in jobs where the company didn't care for the employees. That's hard. But
and then if you're a customer and you walk into a place like that, you can feel it like a knife. Yeah. I mean, you can feel it when there's animosity, when people don't get along with each other, all those things. And part of mine was my bring up, but yours not so much. But I can feel it when I walk into a place and people aren't happy. But when you walk in here, it's like, and it's not to get you to buy something. That's not it at all. It's just people are friendly and they'll speak to you.
And we had a guy this morning we had never seen before. He come over and introduced himself to us and got our names. So that's what you want. You don't want somebody that's shy. Now, I'm not a salesperson per se. Now, if I'm in a retail location, you come into my store, a store I'm in, then that's my sale. That's the way I do sales. But for Donna, she can go out believing in the product, and she can go in the field and not miss a lick. She can talk to the good old boys with the blue shirts or the CEO with, I guess today they don't have blue shirts too. But anyway.
It's always casual.
The man what owns the place and then go change shirts, so to speak, and go out and take care of them.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it and believe in the product. And so that's, and I'm not saying people who like jump you when you come here at Twin City Used Car Sales. Everybody's got to, they just want to help you, and that's what it's all about. And so a long time ago, I was working with GT, and so we would go to trainings, and they would teach us really common sense stuff, but a lot of it was about feeling the need of the customer. And part of feeling the need for the customer is listening to the customer. When you talk more than the customer does, I'm sorry, you're not going to sell them anything. But when you're looking for the benefits, when you're looking for what they need, like if somebody says they're looking for a car, the kid to go to college, I'm going to want the safest car out there. Now, my kid would probably, Brad, he'd want a sports car to go to college. All he would do to give him an excuse to drive and fly up and down the road. But as a parent, I'm going to be looking for something that's going to be like a Volvo. Volvos are some of the safest cars out there. And there are some good Chryslers, there are good Fords, there are good whatever cars. You're always looking for the customer's need, not your need. And you're also not thinking about the kid, you're thinking of the parents who want to feel safe. I'm going to tell you what, I wish they had SUVs. You know what, to Sneed State, which is right up the road here. I'm not very long. I thought I wanted to be an accountant. Could you have imagined that? That would have it just. I'm glad I took that so I can know the difference between debits and credits. So that helped me in business knowing that, and for working for other people. But what I'm saying is when you're looking for something for your kids, you want something safe. And I would have loved an SUV. Because SUVs, you know, you're always, when a kid's going to college, they're always going to bring laundry back, always. And then you're going to fill the vehicle up with food. You know, you're going to make pies and cakes, or I did, make pies and cakes and stuff like that for taking all the other kids in the dorm to eat. So you're looking for safety for the kids, and you're also looking for something where they can ride. I understand they don't want a big transit bus or anything like that. Some guys do perfectly well with trucks. They've got some real good trucks here at this place, and so I'm just looking out here. I'm going to do a little short video after a while, and I'll put it on Facebook so you can see what they've got out here. And I wanted to mention this, during COVID, when other people couldn't get cars, Bobby was getting cars. But he was having repeat customers come back, they were doing trade out on their vehicles, he would go get them lined up, fixed up, oil changed, all those things that make a car run great.
Well, if you look at the new car dealerships, look at their inventory today versus pre-COVID. Because used to, you could go and just about get any color or anything you wanted at a dealership and drive off with it same day. But that changed when they couldn't get people out there because everything was restricted.
And if you notice, buying a car at other dealerships, it's almost, you remember before we moved, and we said, we don't want a cookie cutter house, we don't want to be in a subdivision, I don't want to have to number, you know, are we the fifth house on the left? I didn't want to have to count houses going down. I wanted just a place out to itself. I wanted a unique place. So if you're looking for a unique vehicle, it's not going to be a cookie cutter. It's like not every car on the car lot's going to look the same. You're going to see different ones because some people want that. They want that car that they can, you know, kind of drive around, you know. And for a young person, you know, you want a sports car. And then as you get a little bit older, you start having kids. You're going to get something more like an SUV. I'm out on the farm. I'm going to want a truck. You know, so all of those things play. Before you go with that one, we got to go into a commercial break.
I'll forget about that.
And we're going to be right back in just a minute. So y'all hang in there, okay? Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. You know, finding the right home isn't just about bedrooms and square footage. It's about comfort, security, and the feeling you get the moment you walk through the door. That's why so many families across Greenwood and the Lakelands area trust Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams. And I'll tell you from personal experience, Jenny was my realtor, and she truly cares about her clients. Jenny takes the time to listen, to understand what matters most, and to guide you every step of the way, whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or ready to sell. Because this isn't just a transaction, it's your life. With local knowledge, personal care, and a commitment to getting it right, Jenny Ferguson makes the process simple and even enjoyable. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, now's the time to make your move. Call Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams in Greenwood today and take the next step toward a place you'll truly love coming home to. Good afternoon, Sunshine. Medical Minute brought to you by Dr. Chuck with Lakeland's Chiropractic, where an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. So what is the Beamer? Okay, now the Beamer uses very gentle pulse to electromagnetic signals. This will stimulate healthy muscles and it supports the temporary blood flow. Now let's talk Beamer and circulation support. Now the Beamer gently supports natural circulation in healthy muscles. Now that's what I call natural health. Thank you so much for watching your Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. Chuck. You know who he's with. He's with Lakeland's Chiropractic, where an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. I hope you have a super duper awesome rest of the afternoon. You take care. Shine your style at Kiss My Glass right here in the Anderson Mall. There's a place where style meets sparkle. At Kiss My Glass, every piece is handcrafted, custom designed, and made to shine just like you. Owner Beth Gibson brings creativity to life with stunning custom tumblers, gifts, and one-of-a-kind pieces you won't find anywhere else. Look for the perfect gift or something uniquely you, from bold and glamorous to simple and elegant. There's something for every style, so stop by, get inspired, and leave with something unforgettable. Kiss My Glass inside the Anderson Mall, Anderson, South Carolina, where your sparkle begins. Be sure to check out Kiss My Glass on Facebook for updates and specials and gift ideas.
Lowe's knows that the projects you build in spring are the ones you can't wait to share. It's why we make sure you have our best deals with My Lowe's Rewards, and that you get help from people who've
been there,
done that.
Try this.
This spring, we'll help you build something rewarding.
Hey, Stan. What's up? I made you something. Oh, thank you. And I got something for you. You grew these? Of course.
Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Good afternoon. We are back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Television, Radio, and Podcast Talk Show. We've been doing this for 21 and a half years.
Yep,
Can you believe that? I could not. Oh, wow. I didn't think it would last this long. I thought it was some phase. I was just going to have fun with it, a couple of years, whatever. It's lasted 21 and a half years.
People love your show. You're great at it.
I just got
okay. She don't like to take that kind of talk.
Oh, please.
I can't do
I
this
have
and that.
wonderful guests.
She is great at what she does. It's a gift to some people. People like me have to work harder to get it done. I mean, I'm not one to go out in the field and bring in customers. But they come to me, that's a different ballgame.
But we have great guests, and we have
do.
wonderful sponsors. And Bobby Ledbetter, Twin City Used Car Sales, is a great customer. We love having him.
She is.
And
Now, what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by commercials, a successful salesperson asks questions. I might say, you keep talking after you ask the question. You ask the question, find out what they want, and shut up.
that's why we got, my grandmother always said, this one we got 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Right.
This is a great way to communicate. That's what they do here. So, and these folks, again, just naturally, they just want to take good care of you.
That's right. Well, when we started talking about a truck, actually we started in Fort Payne, didn't we?
So when it was Fort
And
Payne
it
and
just took us
transition.
a while to decide what we wanted.
Well, it's because we didn't want to buy from anybody else.
I come up and I told Bobby I needed a truck. I said I need to start inquiring about a truck. Told him what I wanted. He didn't come with 15 or 20 cars or trucks for me to look at. He put it together, and I drove a couple. Didn't feel like that's what I wanted, so we went in. This to be weekend. It was Friday, Thursday. took his truck back.
What they said.
Still not exactly what I wanted. No, that was my car. That was my car. And he said, okay, I got one coming in tomorrow. Give me time to clean it up. Come back in tomorrow and let's look at it.
And let me say this, when he says clean it up, he means checking the oil, he means checking the engine, he means checking like a total recheck.
And he detailed the inside and the out. So it was ready when I got it. But when I went and drove it, that's what I wanted, so I went home with the car that day. So, but asking the questions. What do you want? I want a truck. What kind of truck do you want? I want a big one or a small one or whatever. Just let them ask those questions and tell them to shut up. If they don't shut up, say, listen.
But you remember when I was jokingly saying, and we had the farm, and I said, I want a tractor, Phil wants a tractor. And he said, what kind of tractor? And I said, well, I want it to be pink. I was joking. I mean, I was not serious. Well, he took me serious. And so he called me back. He said, well, let me see what I can find, Miss Donna. So he calls after about 2 weeks, and he said, I just can't find a pink tractor. And he said, I am trying. And I started laughing, and I said, look, that's not what I didn't mean. I said, I wasn't serious about that. I said, can you say Phil on a pink tractor? That's not going to happen.
Hey, if we got a pink tractor, we bought it. I'd drive it. I got a pink shirt.
You never wear it.
I know how to dress up.
It's in the closet, I think.
I can't wear it going out working in the yard.
No, and that's what we do a lot of.
That's for half a day now.
Uh-huh.
Before it gets hot.
Mm-hmm. We enjoy coming here, by the way, because a lot of our shows now are gardening shows, and it has been feels like 105 outside in South Carolina, just like it is here in Alabama.
It does. It's one temperature, but they also include now. It feels like so. It feels like 150 or 105 or something. So that's what it's going to feel like when you get outside.
But you remember what Granddad always said? He always said, it's either 50 or whatever. It's just, it either is going to rain or it ain't. Is what he always said. So that's a good weather, man.
Yep.
You just opened up the window, looked outside, and said, yes, it looks like it is going to rain.
Well, I'm sure the weather people have to do a lot of researching, but not taking anything away. But still, it's still 50% because they can't control God. He's one that controls what the weather is. So.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about Bobby Twin.
Okay, Twin said, who was that?
Bobby Linder. So I'm seeing a lot of pickup trucks out here. There's lots of inventory out here, so I'm looking at, and I'm going to tell you something else. For years, I thought you liked Fords. Because you had a Ford F-150. Okay. Yeah, but I was telling Bobby when you were looking for a truck to get a Ford. I said he had a Ford F-150 for 1,000 years, and I think that he likes a Ford. Then you come out here, and then you talk to him, and you said, no, I could have a Chevy. And I'm like,
I've always been a Chevy. We grew up with Chevys. That's the only thing we knew how to work on when we was kids, teenagers. So we tried to halfway decent fix it during the week, so we're driving on weekends. It was simple. So.
Yeah, but see, I thought he liked Fords, and what did he like?
And I wound up with the Toyota.
Tundra. Let's talk about that truck. That truck is an awesome truck. So we have a farm and homesteading out there on the farm, and so that truck comes in handy.
It does. We do a lot of renovating, or we go for something for the garden. Sometimes you try to get I couldn't find an original, a long bid. But Bobby said they're hard to find and they're more expensive. So I wound up with a short bid, a four-door truck, and it hinders me putting an 8-toe before an 8, laying it out. I have to fix it up there, but it does work a lot better than trying to put it in the back of a car.
Yeah, and we have done crazy things like that before. You remember one time I wanted a pretty Oriole rug, and we had a car at that time, 2 cars, and so we wound up putting it on top of the car against your better judgment. Now it did make it long. We had to put bungee straps on it. I got a really good deal for that. I couldn't deliver it. So,
we got it.
Tried some things.
But it makes things, for us anyway, you got two choices. You take it home or they can deliver it. And normally if they deliver it, it costs you more money. So that's what we ran into, and we got away with quite a few of them. I started home with some molding, I think, was working on the floor or something. I had to put it up like this and right across the mirror, and we got behind one of them, broke it half in two. So you lose some, you win some.
We can write a book on what not to do.
I think we're going to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. I bet it'd
A
be a
what not?
bestseller.
Just you call it a what not.
It would be a bestseller. I'm just going to tell you, it would really work. Now, okay, we were talking about trucks, and again, I didn't think I'd like it. I thought I would only like the bigger bed truck, but what I like about the 4-door in a truck is that when you got paint and stuff like that, and then you got to make another stop or two. Well, then you put that in the back.
There's been a few times that I needed something to go along with the big stuff, and maybe before I got the truck with 4 doors, I'd be afraid to stop and get something else. I said maybe I needed something at Walmart. At Walmart, my truck's sitting there for longer on it. Somebody could walk off with it. So, but and like she said, something small enough to go in the back seat. It is great. You can do whatever you need to do.
And then Bobby's got lots and lots of cars out here. He's got the smaller cars, he's got the more compact versions, he's got the bigger cars, he's got everything that you can look for. And then he has the SUVs too. We've got about a little bit under 3 minutes left in this segment. But I'm just looking, I mean, there are cars and trucks and SUVs everywhere here.
And in the truck, back to the trucks, he's got the small single beds. Then he's got a original, and then he's got the bigger trucks. I'm looking at one right here. It's a Ford. It's he's got the two-wheel drive. He's got the 4-wheel drive. I haven't kicked in the 4-wheel drive on mine yet, but it has it. But this Ford sitting here has the 4-wheel drive. It looks really nice. But you can start with the small one if you're not ready. If you graduate up, you can just a little at a time. All right, maybe the small one's all you need. That's okay. He's got it. If he hadn't got it, he'd get it.
And let me say, my first car was like the ugliest car ever. It was a Ford Granada. And so I bought it from a nice little old lady, and who really probably literally only drove it to church on Sundays. And so that was my first car. But don't buy from something. I just happened to get a break there. My parents knew the lady and all this, so it worked out. But even if it's somebody you know, I would buy from someone who is highly trusted with vehicles. When someone can have a car dealership somewhere for, I forgot how many years he was in Fort Payne, Alabama, and then just decide to move to Gadsden, and all of those customers followed him to Gadsden, that says a lot right there.
Yep. And it's kind of like our garden. We don't mind going to our garden and bringing stuff in and eating. I had to do that to my first car. My dad bought the body with the wheels, and the engine was half in there. So we had enough parts around there. We put another car together.
Is that kind of like the Johnny Cash car
one
song?
Piece at a time. More than one piece at a time, but
so pretty close to it. But now, back in the day, you repaired everybody's cars because you.
But they didn't have computers.
Yeah. True. I wanted to say that too. But if you're looking for a car with good gas mileage, let's say the kid's going to War Eagle, Auburn University, or they're going to Alabama.
But something that they couldn't drive what I did now, but they wouldn't probably make it there and back. But there's a car or a truck
or an SUV.
SUV for anybody, and it depends on who's getting it. Because a few years ago, Donna wouldn't have had one. It was too much like a van.
Yep.
She didn't have good encounter with a van, but now hauling, and now we don't have to have the room to hold the equipment if we go out and do something in the field.
It's true. The timer just went off.
Okay.
When he says he's shy and doesn't know what to say, he does too. Thank you again so much for watching Donna's Edge radio, television, and podcast talk show. It's so good to be with you every day, Monday through Friday, beginning 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone and 1 on Central Time. But again, thank you so much for being with me. Definitely appreciate it. When you send an email, Donna@donnasedge.com, Donna@donnasedge.com. Thank you.